Hey, good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's been a little while. How's everyone doing? So, I don't know if any of you guys saw one of the most recent $1 million Bogans, but he dropped his brand new 60,000 CVO, and it's these Harley kickstands. I did the exact same thing once. These kickstands. Sometimes it'll feel like it's all the way. It's got like this almost like straight down position where it is now, but it even has a little position beyond that where, like, when you're setting it down, it seems to be a little bit beyond that, then it settles into this. So I don't know, but sometimes you kick it down and it looks like it's completely down, and then when you go to put the weight of the motorcycle on it, it gets pushed back up and the motorcycle falls down. I had that happen to me in my alley in my last apartment, and it was an alley with really bad gravel where the stones were really sticking up a lot from each other, like a quarter of an inch. So I had to replace the rear view mirror and got some scratches on this. Right here, got a little bit of scratches. But yeah, so any first-time Harley owners, Sportsters are small, so a lot lesser weight, but if you get any full-size Harley engine or, a bagger, you gotta learn that kickstand a little bit. You wanna push it beyond where it is now. It can go a little bit beyond that. And then put the weight of the motorcycle on it in that, like, beyond that position, a little bit beyond that. Make sure that's when you put the weight on it, and then it kind of seems to settle back into this position. So I don't know if that makes much sense, but you really just want to make sure you kick it all the way forward when the weight of the motorcycle comes down on it. So that's something that can happen to anyone. Obviously $1 Million Bogan's been riding Harleys for a long time, baggers through four-wheel drive situations or motocross situations, and so it's not like the guy doesn't know what he's doing. But so in regards to the primary, so I don't know if you guys remember, but due to all that noise and the vibration it was causing in my left handle, it was causing my arm to go numb. Yeah, I've had carpal tunnel my whole life practically in this hand, but it was making it where I couldn't really sleep, and that noise at 2,600, 2,700 RPMs sound like a chain was rattling against the primary case. So, I wanted them to look at it, and it didn't really resolve anything. No problem. Good morning. And but then they said they found a leak in the back upper primary. There's an exit for the primary, like some hose or something, and they said that needed a new seal. So it went from 160 up to like 480, just like that. Because the guy charged me for a new derby cover gasket. That was brand new, like 500, 600 miles, or just a couple thousand ago. I had that 22,000 mile tune-up, and they put a brand new gasket in there. So he just replaced a brand new gasket, and I had to pay for a new gasket here. None of that was discussed, and he said it would be 160 to take this off and put it back on. But he charged me above and beyond that 160 for the price of the new synthetic oil. So basically nickel and dime me to death. And then about 4 or 5 days ago, I noticed a new leak. Not new leaks, leaks had the exact same area when I just paid like $400, almost $400 just to replace that, to seal that leak. So I called the manager. I went straight to the manager and I said, the whole attitude when I came in was, do you want to waste $160 for us to prove to you that there's nothing wrong with your primary? And I was like, yeah, I want to waste $160 then, because I can't sleep at night, and I love this motorcycle, and I love being able to sleep. Yet currently I can't have both. So I need to have the motorcycle and I need to be able to sleep. So yeah, let's waste $160. And that was the attitude, and there was no discussion ever on, let us try to get in this problem with you and try to help you with this problem, because that's what we're here for. You give us money, we try to help you with your problem. There was no attitude like that at all. It was simply, you know, fine, we'll waste your money and we'll prove to you that you just wasted your money. Whereas that compensator, you know, I talked about the compensator, and those things just get louder and louder from what I learned on the internet. So I called the manager and I mentioned that, you know, that there was no discussion on how we can help you with your problem, only you're an idiot, let's waste your money and prove to you that you're an idiot. Without any like attitude of, let us try to help you with this problem. We don't understand what's causing it, but you know your motorcycle better than anyone. Obviously, you're telling us there's a major change, something's going on that we can get in there and work around with you. So I mentioned that to him, and he was like, let us look at your primary. We'll take it out, you know, we'll check all the specs, I mean, with the compensator. So they, for free, they went back in there. They found a new oil leak, and I was like, isn't that kind of strange that they just were up in there in the same area and they didn't see that leak a couple weeks ago? So they replaced that hose that was coming. So it was a leak from the engine, so it was engine oil, and there was a hose right like in the middle of the engine undercarriage that was leaking from a big fat hose, and it needed so I needed to replace that. That would have been like $300 alone. They cut that price in half, and took off the primary cover, worked on the compensator, and readjusted it. And it has totally cut the vibration and cut the noise. That chain rattle, like 2006, 2700, has been cut in half. And they put in that brand new synthetic oil and everything, sealed it back up, all for free. So I'm pretty happy. Bike's driving great, shifting great. That vibration, I'll find out for sure later tonight when I try to sleep, but that vibration is decreased, but mainly that noise that going through the RPMs coming up to about shifting time is, oh, thanks, man. Nice car. Thanks. Has been greatly improved. So, and it's funny how his attitude, the guy I dealt with at Harley, his attitude was just so rude to me, because I've complained there about prices and money before. But when I called that manager, it literally went 180 degrees from just as rude and obstinate as you could be with the guy that was dealing with me at the front desk to as nice and courteous as he could be. So I guess it's nice when you're my age and you call a manager and you present yourself well with logical frame of mind, and stringing logical concepts one to the other seems to go a long way, you know, because usually managers are a little bit older and a little bit more logical and rational. But so yeah, the $1 million Bogan kickstand issue, my primary issue. Oh, let me discuss one last thing, and that is my oh, I finally got one of these. So I got a little lock for the helmet, and it's nice how it fits with these zippers. But oh yeah, I made that that video on about what are you going to give up for Lent. I pulled it down after just 11 people saw it. But yeah, it was Fat Tuesday in Catholicism. That's what you have the last day before Lent starts on Ash Wednesday. And so I went out and got a few of those 9% alcohols. They're like 20 ounces or something. And I got a little bit more inebriated than I planned on. Then I made a video in that state of mind talking about giving something up for Lent, and Renegade's Garage noted the hypocrisy. And I had to be called out on that, and I appreciated that, because that is somewhat you know, it doesn't really go together. So, but you know, I shouldn't really be thinking about it that way. That Fat Tuesday, you know, like the Carnival and down in like Brazil, they really party it up on Fat Tuesday. So it's kind of like a tradition, but it's not right, you know, because no matter what your rationale is, in my opinion, if you're going to churn away from your good practice and what you're trying to achieve, even if it's just for a day, that doesn't make sense. So thanks, Renegade's Garage. and got my head screwed back on straight. Lent is a fun time of the year for me. Anyways, you guys, take good care of each other. Have a blessed day, good weekend. Leave a comment, hit like, dislike. Get out there on 2 wheels, keep the rubber side down. If you got a nice Porsche, take that Porsche out. You gonna travel any nice roads today?
Just locally.
Just locally? Me too. Maybe I'll see you. I love those red brakes. Those are probably Brembos. Are those Brembo brakes?
I don't know, actually. I think Porsche makes their own.
Do you know what they call this color?
Midnight metallic blue.
Midnight metallic blue. It almost matches your Grateful Dead hat. Have a good day. Anyways, you guys, have a good day.